And canter. This week I'm getting some very nice canter departs with Samba. She's not racing around as fast. And she's not tossing her head quite as much. Good girl. And canter. Sometimes I have to ask her a few times because she's thinking about it. She's trying to figure out how to get into a canter. But there's big improvement this week. And canter. I'm starting to imagine myself riding this little canter. And canter. One day this week, I was watching her head to the pasture. She was following behind Prairie, and she was just doing a little trot, and then I watched as she put her head down. Canter. She's really thinking. Look at her lick. And just lifted off into this slow little canter. So I know it's in there. I just need to find the button. Speeding up a little bit. Canter. Remember how she used to race around when I said the word canter? Well, she's taking it slow and easy here, and I can see how much she's stepping under with her inside hind. And canter. You're right, it is getting better and better. Good girl. She's not throwing her head quite as much. Now this is a good one. Whoa, that was really smooth. That was beautiful. Good girl. So we're just going to do a little bit of trotting here on Samba. When she gets fast, I go hoo-hoo. But for the most part, she is extremely steady. I always want to use a very soft kind of rein contact on her, and that makes her settle down faster than anything. If I start to tug at her too much, she gets worried about that. So we're just doing some trot in each direction. Sometimes she'll lose her bend a little bit, and I'll ask her for a little bit more move out, and that usually gets her bending in the proper direction. And here we're just doing some stop and go, practicing our halt. You can't see it too well with this GoPro, but what I'm trying to do to give her the aid is just to sit up, poke my belly button forward a little bit. Good girl. And raise the reins a little bit, and then kind of let go and allow her to take a step or two forward. Good girl. That was a good one. Walk. Tell me if I'm getting the rhythm of this right. Sometimes she doesn't stop immediately, and I have to keep asking. Yeah, there you go. And walk. I still don't have a good feel for this. I think I'm doing too much. But every time I try to do less, she'll hesitate a little bit, and then she'll walk on. Good like girl. Maybe I'm doing a half halt on her. And walk. But I do want her to stop completely. So, I don't know. I need to continue trying to get the feeling of this. Who? Good girl. That walk. Now this last one coming up is the best one because I can feel that she's stopping, or her feet are still going forward, but she's walking into it. And look how she put her head down so nicely. Good girl. That was a very good one. Another thing we're starting to do is walk transitions from the trot, because usually she just stops altogether. I'm asking her to walk. Walk. Now that was good. Oh, that was a good one. And then she kind of takes off trotting again without being asked. Here's another walk transition coming up. And walk. And walk. And walk. There. Now with Prairie, I am still working on trying to get him to reach down into the outside rein. And he does great at doing move out around the circle. He could do this all day long. Now right now we're doing a circle to the right, and that's his best side. But check it out, he is just as soft and bendy on circles to the left. Now when I ride him, he's a total mess, and I don't know why. He falls in so much on a circle to the left. I don't know if there's a physical problem there. We went through all of this last year with the massage therapist. And he has been getting over some kind of soreness in his right hind. So I don't exactly know what's going on with him right now. I'm definitely not working him very hard, that's for sure. I did ride him one day, and we have quite a rodeo coming up, so keep your eyes open. It happens in the blink of an eye. We're going on a circle to the left, and he's suddenly distracted by something to the right. So he kind of ran off a little bit there. But I did not fall off. I'm fine. I didn't hit the ground at all. In fact, I used a one rein stop on him. He was trotting kind of fast and stiff. And the one rein stop worked great. He stopped. And I noticed that I was hanging on his side like a gecko. The thing that kept me from falling to the ground was I was wearing tall riding boots. And the left one hooked on the back of the saddle and would not allow me to slide off. So, all's good, all's good. Today, we were back at work again. And I'm trying something a little bit different here. On his natural circle, I'm focusing on trying to get that inside hind to step under his body. And I noticed that I need to get a little more forward momentum going. Always in the past, I've let him go so slowly that he never really swings. But here, in this occasion, I'm asking him for a little more forward motion, and he offers me this lovely trot. Now check this out. I had one hand on the reins, and I was able to keep a soft contact on him and just kind of jog alongside. And this is all part of accepting who he is. You know, he's a big horse with a big swingy trot. I should be so lucky that he offers me this trot while I'm on him. So it's all good. I'm also allowing him to reach more with his neck. I always thought, he's rooting. That's bad. I shouldn't let him drop his nose all the way to the ground. But I think actually he needs to in order to get a full stretch over his back. So I'm letting him put his head wherever he wants to. instead of nagging at him all the time. I think that was another mistake that I was doing, is trying to control every movement too much. And it makes him hesitant about doing anything. Now, another thing I'm working on with Prairie is taking him out to the woods, just on a lead rope. Because I have always wanted to have a reliable horse I could take to the woods on a trail ride, just enjoy nature and feel safe. So I'm practicing taking him to the woods and letting him take a look around. I want him to feel like he's okay with me, like he's safe. Given the events of this past week, I don't know. It might take a while to get his complete trustworthiness. However, on that day that he ran away and spooked real big, I could tell that he just wasn't with me. He was completely distracted. It's like playing catch with somebody that won't catch the ball. They just stand there and let the ball bounce off of their chest, and they never try to catch it. That's how he was that day, and I even told myself, I wonder if I should get on him today. And I did, and I shouldn't have. Who knows? There could have been elk or wild dogs running around his pen at night, and all that morning he was still on alert. So I really don't blame him for what happened that day. All of my horses are very herdbound, so that is a problem that I have in trying to take one of them away from the group. They all freak out. But here he's doing very well. The other horses are calling to him, but he's handling it.
Yeah, he is doing a great job.